the Jim Fannon Show. We've come to take your mind.
Am I still on?
We'll convert your children. I'm furious. That beautiful, beautiful bird. I'm gonna come.
And here we go. This is a pop-up. Something like that. I'm not sure what I'm doing here, to be honest with you. Where's my sound? What's up? Where's my mic? Is everything okay? Am I all right? Am I still on? Welcome aboard. What you see is what you get in the title, dudes. There it is. Boom. This is not what we're talking about, but I am going to live react to a video or an audio interview with Councilor Laura Yip. Councilor Laura, don't call me Ip, Yip. Okay, Yipper? L-Lipper? L-Ip? L-Yip. L-Yip. L is the letter, E-L-L. Yip, Y-E-L, Yip. Lip. Lippy. What you're looking at right here is a website. It's actually laurayip.ca. How nice is that? Now, I know that this episode is being recorded and that it's on the, what should we say, backup channels? The more obscure networks, because I'm locked out of Facebook right now, so I'm using a backup account. This is laurayip.ca. In the news. And today, Laura Yip was apparently on with Tom McConnell. Now, just to set the stage here. Full disclosure, I used to work as a radio personality on 610 CKTV. Now, you say, you heard me say I used to work on the station. I did not work for the station. I was never an employee. I was an independent contractor that was relieved of my duty after doing, and everyone knows it's nothing new, doing an episode where I made fun of grape and wine for about 9 minutes. It was one of my best segments. You can find it on iTunes because my whole history is there. I've got hundreds of shows and maybe thousands of hours, I don't know, of broadcasting up there. Maybe not quite that much, but you can go back to the day when Laura Yip thought I was an okay human being when my politics jived with hers. They don't anymore, so we're not friends. Also, used to call Tom McConnell a friend of mine. More than friends, we actually did stuff together. Let's leave it at that. He was good to me as a mentor and giving me advice when I was new coming into the, I don't want to say the business because I'm not really in the radio business, but as it turns out, I'm still in broadcasting at some level. I like it. I seem to be half decent at it. Hi. But I changed because we used to be friends. We're not anymore. I would think that I can pinpoint it to two places. With Laura Yip, I texted her sexual assault. Hilarious, because her and Kevin Jack were talking about sexual assault, and she was giggling, laughing during the conversation. I know it's a nervous laugh, but it's not good on broadcasting. Don't laugh on the radio unless it's, well, like, a nervous laugh is not good. It's a verbal crutch. Speaking of verbal crutches, Tom McConnell has a few of them. I mean, you know, those verbal crutches. I don't know what it is about the stuttering. I think he got it from Matt Holmes. Anyway, we used to be friends. He was good to me as far as, up until I needed him to stand up for me. And then he said, but yeah, you'll probably get the door, and it's your own fault, which may or may not be true. It's fine, but it's not like I begged him to, I was kind of sorry I did what I did because it got me kicked off the radio, not because I was sorry what I said, but I did offer to apologize to Grape and Wine to get back on the radio. Nobody was having any of it at the station. So I have relationships with both these people. I have not listened to this interview. It's 12 minutes long. My friend Shandor posted it. I spoke to him and thanked him for the inspiration. And here I am. On an obscure YouTube channel with no following. Because last time I did this, okay, so I texted Laura Yep. Sexual rape and sexual assault. Hilarious. In other words, your giggling on that serious subject was inappropriate. That was probably where things went too critical. With Tom McConnell, I posted a video of him and Grunt LaFlesh, who we now call LaFish, Grant LaFish. And he hit me with a copyright strike. If you're watching me on YouTube, on You've Been Duped, on this channel, so I didn't upload it to anything else. So Tommy, yeah, you got a strike on a channel I've got a few followers on. That's it. I just use it for the live broadcast. Oh, I should be putting this up live on TrueTube because, okay. Well, anyways, I'm too afeared that similarly to me posting the title Grunt LaFlesh, Grunt and Knob? No, Knob and Slob. The title of the video where Grant LaFlesh was on with Tom McConnell, I called it Knob and Slob. Knob McConnell, Slob LaFlesh. Come on, that's funny. Anyways, he was so offended by it, he blocked me on Facebook and then made a copyright complaint and had a strike, which turned out to be a warning because it was on my small channel where I never do any live broadcasting. He had it taken down. Sorry, Tommy. Do you want to kiss and make up? Do you want to be friends again? No? Okay. If you ever do want to be a man and just bury the hatchet, have a beer, call me. I know where the wings are at. I don't think I get the call with Big Mike anymore to go for the wings. I haven't in a couple of years. Maybe Big Mike's not getting the call either, but like, do you just bail on your buddies that quickly? Guys that like were your first contact in the business, in the community, that went out for wings and beers with you in St. Catharines. I mean, other than the people you work with, who else did you drink with outside of that in St. Catharines? Yeah, those guys. Anyways, I don't expect special treatment. So previous relationships with these people who now I don't. Tom McConnell will not take my call on his show. That's fine. I called him at Christmas time. I could have said it to him off air, but I didn't get the chance. That was it. I waited through the news, through a bunch of text messages, there are emails that he read, and then another caller, a couple callers, I don't know, top of the hour, show's over. I'm like, okay. Well, I guess you don't want to talk. It's me on the phone. You can see it's Jimmy Fannon on the phone. You can tell by my phone number. And the producer, Greg Campagna, who I talked to and I'm fine with, saw him the other day in the store with his beautiful child. Can't even believe how old that kid is now. I don't know. Everything seems fine unless Campy hates me too. Tommy won't take my call. I should try calling his personal cell. I should do that live. Let's see if you'll take my call. that's not it. I can't call him on Facebook. Let's see. MCC. Oh no, my heart's racing. Tom McConnell? No. Where is this? Where's his fucking phone number? Oh, there he is. Let's see if this works. Oh, he's not watching. It's 5 o'clock. Maybe he's still on the radio. What time's he on? 3 to 5? I'll leave him a voicemail, see if he calls me back.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice messaging system. 905.
Come on, you're a broadcaster. You can't have a...
0458 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. To leave a callback number, press 5.
Tommy, I've probably used this before. If you don't even... You're a broadcaster. You don't have a message on your phone? Dude. I called to say what's up. Give me a call back if you want to talk. Peace. I got a little sidetracked, did I? If you want to talk, yeah. Well, I hope he does want to talk, but anyway. Not nice to call your friends knob, but there could be worse things. Quit giving hatchet job interviews to people like this. Okay, so there's the backstory, okay? I got a lot of love. I also know how to fight, and I can choose to do either or in any situation, so it's only on me. I'm not responsible for anyone else, and nor are you responsible to have to look at this. So I'm going to click off, I'm going to mute my mic, and we're going to listen to Laura Yip on the Tom McConnell Show on 610 CKTB.
Niagara Realty Limited Brokerage. Visit davidsdelot.com.
I did not plant this out
Join
there.
us on the program
that was
right
actually
now. She is project coordinator with Out Niagara. Laura Yip, how are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I am well. Thank you very much. You have a survey you're looking to have people conduct. Tell me a little more about this survey, or fill out. You'll conduct it. They'll fill it out. Tell me more about the survey by Out Niagara.
Yeah, so the survey is one of the pieces of the project that I've been on to talk about before for the inclusive, informed, I'm getting the name wrong. It's a very long title for the project.
Informed, inclusive, indivisible, collectively advancing 2S LGBTQ plus equality in Niagara plus.
Thank you. Yes. Okay. and you'd think with the number of times I've said it by now, it would just roll off the tongue, and yet it does not.
Okay, so do I have to draw your attention to the hideous laughter?
The project is, of course, funded by Women and Gender Equality Canada, and as I mentioned, I've been on a few times to talk about different pieces, but we finally have launched the survey and are looking for as much input from across Niagara as possible. We're doing it in a number of different ways. There will be interviews and focus groups and arts-based workshops and so on, but the survey, of course, allows people to remain anonymous in completing the survey. So trying to gather as much information from as many people as possible in all of the ways that we can think of to ensure that people are comfortable providing the information.
Okay, so is this a survey eligible to everyone in the Niagara area? Are you looking for certain community members? Who would you like to see fill this out?
Well, I mean, the survey is, of course, intended to find out the strengths and needs for 2S We're looking for people who identify within the 2S LGBTQIA+ communities. We're looking for people who...
What the fuck? Have we said anything yet? We got a few giggles out, and you're doing a survey for a group of people that you find difficult to pronounce the acronym for because it's 78 characters long. Okay, got it. I'm paying attention.
Provide service, whether that it's specific service for gender and sexually diverse communities, or they also happen to serve clients who are gender and sexually diverse. We also have a checkbox for people who are family members and allies, and we were very particular about that because, of course, we do know that we do see some youth who come out.
Okay, what the fuck are we talking about here? Out Niagara, you're doing a survey. I still haven't got anything else.
Come out to the family is not accepting, and may even, kick the youth out of the home, that sort of thing. We're not looking for people who
will convert your children
of 2S LGBTQIA+ folks to complete the survey.
Didn't actually mean to do that.
What would be what sort of time commitment would this require?
I'm furious.
Is there any sort of honorarium with this?
Yes. So the time commitment, it is a lengthier survey than people probably have completed in the past. We actually didn't put a sort of anticipated amount of time on it for two reasons. One, we didn't want to scare people away from completing the survey if they saw that it was going to take them,
No, seriously. The fuck are we talking about? I don't even have anything to criticize. She hasn't said anything yet.
30 minutes or 45 minutes. But also there are a number of open-ended questions, and so it really depends on how much someone might have to say about particular questions. There is a $20 honorarium for completing the survey. People have the option.
What? I get paid to take a survey. Okay. No, it's more like...
What the hell are you talking about?
To, accept the honoraria, and it will be paid to them by e-transfer. They can waive the honoraria and be entered into a draw for an iPad. They can waive both of those options. So, for instance, people who are service providers, they're...
Okay, so I did get this part. I can waive my $20 and get put into a draw for an iPad. Okay, that's great.
Probably sitting at work completing the survey, and therefore being paid. We're hoping that they would waive the honoraria, and that, it's...
The honoraria. I'm going to play you a song. And in an honoraria, it's drums and bass. I'll play it after we're done.
It's going to community members with lived experience that are looking for that. So,
how do you ensure that people don't fill it out multiple times? Which I'm sure is not unique to this group, but people, it's like, oh, I'll do.
That's a very pertinent question. How do you make sure that people don't abuse the system and take it multiple times? A great question, Tom.
Just fill it out again, and I'll fill it out again. So what happens with like duplicate responses or multiple entries from the same person?
Yeah, so the challenge is, and we're looking into more ways of doing this. Now, we launched the survey at 3:30 yesterday afternoon with the expectation that it would be open until September the 10th, and we hoped for 300 responses. As of 5 o'clock this afternoon, we have received 251 responses. Super
that seems
exciting,
good.
Except about 150 of those, we can tell right off the top, so we haven't dove in yet, but right off the top we can tell that 150 of those are absolutely legitimate responses. So that's still amazing that we're halfway to the goal in less than, in just a little more than 24 hours. We can, however, also see that there are a number of responses that are the exact same responses and not even complete responses from different email addresses. So,
okay, so all I have to do is criticize her laughing, because she hasn't even said, and I'm like, once. I don't think these two media personalities both, and I'm like, quite a lot. So she's actually saying nothing, so I got nothing to say other than the way she's saying it. How shallow.
we have a way of catching that. Whomever is going to try to do that is, I mean, they might get away with it, right? There might be a few honorariums that we pay that shouldn't get paid, but we're on to people.
We're on to people.
And there will be quite a number of the responses that have happened in the last day that won't receive the honorarium. I mean, you know, I would like people to hopefully recognize that Out Niagara is a nonprofit organization, and so, you know, there's very limited budget for this.
Tom.
So hopefully people won't
get in there, Tom.
try to take
it's your time.
Of the organization.
Tom.
So as you said,
thank
deadline
God.
is September 10th. And
Yeah.
then what happens? What do you do? Do you go over the surveys on an ongoing basis, or do you wait till
Dude,
the 10th
seriously,
to sort of
okay, now we're getting into the logistic. What? A what?
collate it and go through everything? Or do you even do it? Does someone else do that?
Yeah, and I mean, we have consultants doing that. Myself and my coworker, Carrie, we will not be reviewing the survey responses at all. So,
Okay.
and again, that's
the first thing you've actually said. I call bullshit. Are you saying that you're not going to see any of the survey responses? No one will share what is in those responses, nor will you look at them. I call bullshit. Just me. I don't care if you do. It's got nothing to do with me. But anytime the left comes out and says, I will not be doing this, don't do this thing, and they project onto other people what they do because that's what they do, narcissist, media whore.
in part to ensure confidentiality, anonymity, that sort of thing. Because I mean, it's not going to happen with many of them, but there might be responses where, oh, I know exactly who that email address belongs to, right? So we're having the consultants.
Right. She dropped a. I'm like, I know, right?
Do it, and the consultants are not based in Niagara, so it helps to protect that. The goal right now, so they will be reviewing responses on an ongoing basis.
Hey, I bet you if I filled out the survey and put hate messages all in there, like you suck black eggs, I bet you they would come for me. In fact, maybe I'll do that. Did you know that in this, you know, you're looking at this in the background. I was scrolling through Laura Yip's news feed, which contains a lot of me. But surprisingly, not at all. Oh, women in Niagara. Like, I mean, as soon as they update the story, it goes to the top of the news feed again, right? So this is May 5th, a few days, a week after I first made the paper. What was I saying about this? Oh, I can't. I'm putting this. It's in the background, is what I'm saying. I lost my train of thought. Mental fart. It happens. Come on, iHeartRadio.
Basis in very sort of general terms, just to catch those duplicates and that.
That's where I was going. I got hate mail for 45 days from this. You could have taken the high road. You could have said, you know what? I don't care what Jim Fannon says. He's a jackass. I don't care if he called me a dumb fucking cunt. I don't care. He just called me a media whore. It's no big deal. It rolls off my back. It doesn't hurt me. I'm better than that, and I'm a tougher politician than that. Not, oh, poor me. I'm a fucking victim. Somebody help me. I might not run for re-election because of the misogyny and the hate. Fuck you.
that sort of thing, so that we have a sense of our budget for the honoraria.
For the honoraria, in an honoraria. That's me, eh? It's not bad. Kind of got a little Robert Palmer in there. It's a good tune. It's called In an Honoraria. This is for Laura Yip, my friend, in an honoraria. A little sidetrack, but who cares? It's good music. In an area.
The analysis will happen after all of the surveys are completed. But the other thing that we'll be doing is having a look at where people live in Niagara for having completed those surveys to ensure that we didn't receive, all 450 responses, let's say, from St. Catharines, right? We want all 12 communities to be participating. Right. Participating in the survey, and then we'll be having some in-person sessions for survey completions, which of course will follow COVID safety regulations, so that we can reach the people that maybe didn't have access to technology or didn't feel comfortable doing it on the computer, those sorts of things. So that's what's next.
Oh, that's what's
Where
next
do
right
people
there.
go and find the survey? Is your website, I assume, outniagara.org is the easiest. Is that's where everything is housed?
That's Italian for shut your mouth. That's what Nonna, or what's mom called in Mama? Nonna would my Italian friend's mom or aunts or nonnas would smack him in the mouth and say, taste my aletta. That's Italian for taste my leather, bitch.
It's out Niagara. Oh, now you're making me second guess our website.
I think it's .org.
I think it's .ca.
I don't even know.
No, hold on. This is
live radio, baby. This is why you do it.
.org, but your email is .ca. Get it? Come on. Can you people get organized over there?
It's .org or .ca.
Is there a .com somewhere in the midst of all that?
It's outniagara.org/survey. Where the survey is. And
That's
then
good.
The survey exists actually both in French
hysterical.
and in English. Because we want to hear from the Francophone community as well.
I thought I was going to have some content here.
So it exists.
But all I got was nothing.
Both official languages. And we'll be making some other efforts as far.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I should break down Laura Yip's, politically, ideologically, I mean, this is in part of that possession, but I really should spend more time breaking down the controversial, racist, not homophobic maybe, because she identifies more with that than she does heterosexuals, because heterosexuality is a bad thing, right? Right? So I'm sorry I dragged you all the way out here for this, because there's really nothing to see here. Sorry, my bad.
As far as our newcomer communities and migrant workers to reach out to them as well.
Okay, so out.
Tom is a 20-year broadcaster. Where did all the verbal tics come from in the last few years, Tommy? When's the last time you did a sound check, bro? No offense.
Niagara.org/survey. And again, $20 honorarium. And then is there a follow-up? Like oftentimes I have taken part.
Who cares?
In an ongoing works.
Who cares?
Survey.
Is there a follow-up?
University of Toronto, which seems like 10 years now. And so is there any follow-up to your survey that people are doing?
Funny.
Yeah, so we've asked, and again, a few things are happening. We've asked people, first of all, when they're completing the survey, if they do want to know the results of the survey and receive a copy of the final report, which is the overall community strengths and needs assessment when this is complete. So they have the option to provide their email address and receive that. There's also, in addition to the survey, there will still be interviews and focus groups and arts-based workshops and other ways for people to participate. And we've asked them at the end of the survey if they would like to know about those things as well. And once the report is done, the whole assessment is completed, we'll be doing our very best to distribute it throughout the community, again, as widely as possible, to ensure that the results are seen by everyone who has any impact on the lives of 2S LGBTQIA+ folks.
Listen, always a pleasure getting an update from you at Out Niagara.
Always
Best of luck with the survey. It seems like you got off to a great start. Hopefully
really
the momentum continues and you get the requisite number of responses you're looking for without bankrupting the organization through honorarium.
Good one.
Right. Well, they won't bankrupt us because we're on to them. So.
Well, just imagine if you had a legit 12,000 responses. You're like, we never considered.
We will. So we have some plans for if we do go over like the legitimate responses that we're looking for. But if it gets that high, we'll just shut the survey down.
Okay. Yeah. That's probably the practical solution I didn't think of. All right, Lori. Yep. Have yourself a great night. Always a pleasure. Take care.
You too. Bye.
OutNiagara.org.
I thought he was saying
the,
out, like
site for you to go
out.
take a look.
That's how I sign out. I'm out. Wow, I'm really sorry I did that to you. There was nothing eventful about that, nothing controversial about that, and well, at least we got some laughs in a non-air area.
People aren't easy bringing new money in the area. People so needy, coming in a V from my area. It's a battle, wrong or right. We should try and sing another song tonight. We're just people who feel, yeah. We're just overlooked and we don't know the deal.
honorarium. An honoraria. An honoraria. All right. That's it. Peace, love, hug your neighbor. Take that mask off. Defy, do not comply. I love you. I am out.